Hi, good morning, guys. This is Chris Mitchell, and first of all, I want to apologize for having to present my project in this fashion, and for not being able to be there in person, and not being able to listen to and hear your defining moments as well. Also need to say thank you not only to Tony but also Tom Stecker for allowing this to take place in this type of presentation. Sometime before lunch on Monday, I learned of an appointment that I just had to attend to with my wife this morning, Thursday, and so I want to thank them both for making this arrangement possible for me. So without further ado, let's talk about my defining moment, and really centers around my my beliefs or my becoming a believer as a Christian. I moved to Pennsylvania in 1986. Really a simple story. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. Started working as a YMCA fitness director and did that for several years. But as things got started, my work life, my personal life, my dating life, and my recreational life, just everything fell into place as it may. And I met who would be my future wife in the spring of 1988. That's the time that we had our first date. So as our relationship progressed, just as a dating couple, I guess you'd say, we would do many things together. I had several sporting type hobbies, golf and racquetball and things like that she wasn't that involved with quite yet, and she had her own hobbies and things to do and separate interests, so we didn't do everything together, but we spent a lot of time together, I'd say. And when it would come to Sundays, sometime around Saturday night, I'd typically ask her, what are you doing tomorrow? And she would typically say, I'm going to church. And then I would reply, okay, I'll catch you later. Let me know when you're done, kind of thing. And that went on for quite a while, and was really just left at that. And on one Saturday, same deal, asked the question, and for some reason I just felt a little different about it. And because she never asked me, I just said, do you mind if I go? And she said, sure. And I'll just never forget the look on her face. I'll never forget the smile as she said that to me. And I believe that was my defining moment. That invitation, that was really no coincidence. Something that she had been praying for quite some time, I came to realize, or came to understand, took place. And so I went to church, and the message was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. I can't say I really remember understanding a lot. I know there's a lot of ritual and so forth in the Catholic Church, but I never really related to a lot of the messages for some reason. This was different. This pastor spoke, I'm not trying to insult anybody, it just seemed like he spoke more from the heart. He seemed like he more related to people rather than a man in a robe who was a leader, or it just seemed like he was as close to me as anybody else that I'd met before. So I kept going. I continued on. It was always very interesting to me. So long story short, why did this defining moment matter? I'd say in every way possible. As a Christian, and any fellow Christian understands what I mean, you understand that doesn't make me or anybody else perfect who professes to be a Christian, and I demonstrate that all too often, I'm sure, but certainly not on purpose, and without further explanation, I know a fellow Christian would understand, and if you don't yourself, you can reach out to me. I'd be very happy to explain what that means to me if you ever wanted to look me up in the Owen J. Roberts School District. Key person in this, of course, I think is my wife, who wasn't just this gal, Kim, who I was dating at the time. Her part was just kind of laid back. Her part was not pressing me to join her, not telling me that she would never marry anybody who wasn't a Christian. I would never have known that, and if I've told her, I think if I had known that before I made that commitment on my own, sad to say, I probably would have ended up discontinuing. I might have been a little intimidated by that. And that's how she became such a positive influence in that defining moment, is that she did not press. And I think that was, quietly in her own prayerful way, just sat back to wait and see how God would work in her life as she was seeking a relationship like that. So, of course, I'm not sure if I can predict another moment to come like that. You might have heard something like this in the past, but I've often said, if you really want to make God laugh, then tell him your plans. And that's like predicting another moment like that, in my opinion. I don't see a pattern of other defining moments. I'm not sure what that would look like. But I can say that my defining moment really has shaped my life entirely, within my relationship with my wife, within my relationship with my Lord, within my relationship with my kids, families, friends, co-workers, and so forth. Again, not in a perfect way, but in a graceful and blessed way. So that's it. That's my moment. Sorry if I've run on too long, and really, simply put, as somebody famously once said, you might remember, that's all I've got to say about that. Thank you, folks, and again, sorry I can't be there for your presentations. I wish you all well. Congratulations to those who are finished with your Plus 60, and can't wait to see others in class down the road, and continue blessings to all. Thanks.